called Into the Loop?
Into the loop! Into the loop!
What is a desert eagle used for?
What?
Big booty bitches.
Into the loop!
Why is the show called Into the Loop? Bitches.
Into the loop!
Booty. Big desert eagle. Bitches. Big desert bitches. Big desert booty. Big desert bitches. Big booty eagle.
Into the loop!
Booty.
Into the loop!
Big desert eagle. Bitches. Big desert bitches. Big desert booty. Big desert bitches. Big booty eagle.
Into the loop!
Welcome back to Into the Loop 16, everyone.
Hello, I am your gracious co-host, Rabid Pixie. Joining me once again is
It's
my
Nowaru.
Nowaru-chan, my co-host. Uh, so,
Yes.
wait, we start these with the fuck yeah moments now.
Yes, we do. We start off with the fuck yeah moment to give you that big old burst of positivity.
Yeah, the more we become formatted, the more I feel like a slave to the corporate entity. Oh, yeah, they told me I'm not supposed to say that, but I think we can do some fuck yeah moments. Do you want
Yeah.
to go first?
I will go first.
Okay.
My fuck yeah moment is that I learned that I'm going to be a daddy.
Oh my God. So you just gonna say that live on stream?
Yeah, dude.
Wow. Congratulations. Ah,
Thank you.
I should have gotten applause for the soundboard.
Oh, the
I don't
sound. We
have
do have a
that.
soundboard now.
Yeah, do you I mean we can use it if you want, or I can
No,
put it together some more.
it's okay.
Can applaud you with farts.
Farts.
We
That's
are
funny.
Dude, congrats. So, what does that mean for the future of this podcast?
Uh, I don't think things will change with the podcast. You know,
What it what
we may have to take a break for a little while later on,
what if
but
what if we do change? What if things do change? I can't handle change. Don't tell
it's
me it's gonna
okay,
change. I think
man.
yeah, I think it's a good step for you. I'm
Yeah,
happy
I do
for you.
too. I'm really excited.
You know,
I'm very excited.
worst comes to worst, I'm sure we can find a sub for a few months or weeks or whatever.
Or, I mean, we could even just pre-record it.
We could pre-record, yeah.
I mean, we've
Gosh,
been talking about doing that for a while, just to
imagine
have one, just in case.
imagine having a production schedule.
Oof,
God.
couldn't be us.
God. But you're a father now, so we have to be big boys about this. I like how you're the father and I also have to be a big boy. Wow, congratulations. That's definitely going to outshine mine. Mine's pretty nerdy.
It's, I
Um,
mean, yeah.
so so if it's still a mystery to you or any of our dear listeners, I'm kind of into tabletop role-playing games. I don't know if you guys knew that. I'm saying it now on the record. I like playing tabletop role-playing games. Uh, and I don't get to play a lot. So when I don't get to play, I like to watch other people play tabletop role-playing games. I've
Right.
watched, dude. I'm not proud to say that I've binged every episode of Dice Camera Action, almost every episode of Critical Role. I mean, that's thousands and thousands of hours that I've just watched. Now, I work while I do it, so I kind of, because I mostly just have to listen. But I'm getting off track here. Recently, I've been watching LA by Night, which is a Vampire the Masquerade game. And in that game, we know, I've told you many times about my Dungeon Master inspirations from Chris Perkins to uh, Brennan Lee Mulligan, etc. Well, in Masquerade, they call them storytellers, and the storyteller for that game, his name is Jason Carl. He's pretty cool. I really like the way he runs he runs a really good vampire game. Uh, and there was an episode I watched where a vampire got staked, and I was like, I left a comment on the YouTube video because I don't know any of the rules of this game. I think she got staked. Does that not kill vampires in this game? The DM himself replied to my comment on YouTube.
Mhm.
Yeah, he replied and he told me that it immobilizes them, but it doesn't kill them outright. That it's harder to kill a vampire. But I thought that was really cool that Jason Carl, the storyteller of LA by Night, replied to my comment personally. That's
That
my
is
fuck yeah
nice.
moment.
That feels good. I had a similar experience with the streamer Lobos Jr. He rated all my WoW transmogs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that dude, what a class act.
Did he call you Mogchamp?
He did not call me Mogchamp,
Good.
but
You're my little Mogchamp.
oh no.
Oh, dude. Okay, so fuck yeah moments are done. I have a surprise question that I didn't tell you about when we went over the topics.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I wanted this to be a surprise question.
Okay.
I thought of this about a week ago. I thought this was an interesting
Thought we
question.
go.
If if anybody could volunteer for if NASA would let anybody volunteer for a space mission,
Okay.
would you go?
I mean, okay, so what are the benefits to it?
You get to help on a space voyage.
There'd have to be something else in it. Is
I
my
mean,
family going, or is it just me?
if your family volunteers, you'd have to ask them that. Anybody can volunteer. So you'd have to go to
Um,
your family and say, "Hey, if I volunteered for a space mission, would you come with me?"
hmm. I mean, I it would depend on what my family says, but I would absolutely put the option out there.
What kind of space missions like would you go on? Like,
Probably like just voyage to find
yeah,
asteroids with different, minerals and, possibly new elements we could search for.
yeah, just go out
Just
there.
just straight science,
Just
not like looking for a new home world. It's not an ARC mission, it's a space exploration mission.
so you just want to go out there and just float around in the void
I
and then
want,
come back.
yeah, exactly.
That's interesting. I would do that too, but I asked a few people this, and they said that they would do like colonization things, like a moon colony or Mars colony,
It's just
stuff like
so
that.
overdone.
Yeah,
And there's so much that goes wrong.
well, I didn't leave this planet to go to another rock and live there,
Right.
and
What if they have
and
dinosaurs?
work. God,
No,
I
thank
I
you.
thought that was an interesting question. Like,
Because I'd love to live in a self-automated spaceship with Wi-Fi that I could get from anywhere in space, you know?
well, I don't know the full details of the space mission, but uh,
That's something we could riff on for like
oh
forever
yeah.
though, because absolutely, I would love that.
I'd be afraid of like turning into a beam of light and being reborn as a god, a baby fetus outside of planet Earth. I'd be.
Yeah,
I don't know if
turning
I'd
into
like
the
that one.
bloodborne squid.
Yeah, I don't know
Good
if I want to do
hunter,
that one.
let me hold you. Let me massage your tentacle, good hunter.
All right, so on EGS this week, Tannenberg World War One is on
Incredible.
there. That's available now, right?
Currently, yes.
Yeah, and then next week is we got next week?
I think it was lawn mowing simulator.
Lawn mowing simulator. Yeah, I think that's worth it. I think that's
Yeah.
worth logging into EGS. You know, those simulator games, I have a few of them, and I'm just like, I'll probably never play this, but the day I do, I might just disappear, you know?
Yeah, you're
Because
gonna find me opening up my own lawn mowing business.
because those things are so deep and in depth that like it's almost like trying to learn an actual new skill, but it's more fun.
Learn a new skill, feller.
Skill failure. I didn't mean to say it like that. I tried to enunciate. Uh, so yeah, we try to talk about EGS stuff every 2 weeks
I'll
because
I'll go ahead and throw out the information that Power Wash Simulator came to Xbox Game Pass. Incredible game.
Power Wash Simulator.
It's so good.
Yeah, you just like clean up like grout and stuff off of houses, right?
Pretty much,
And
yeah.
is it as satisfying as doing it in real life?
Oh, it's so satisfying. Game
Really?
Grumps did a video on it and it was so
I
good.
saw that video.
It was so good. Man, I am looking forward to getting into it, but I'm afraid. It's like my situation with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. If I
Uh-huh.
install that game, my life is over. I'm gonna wither away.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna become Withered Jim, dude.
I can back that up. There was a time when I went real hard in the roller coaster tycoon. It's just so cool to build all the different, like build your own roller coaster. I don't know.
Mhm. So was Zoo Tycoon. That one was real good too.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Um,
D&D trailer came out for the
yeah,
movie. We
we were
watched it.
talking about it earlier.
We should have done the live reaction on the podcast, but
We
we
should
we
have,
weren't
but
smart. We aren't smart enough. But oh my god, it looks good.
looks real good.
Michelle Rodriguez is a barbarian.
The
They're
bard is named Edgin.
giggity. Yeah, and there's a paladin.
Very cool.
One of the adventuring party is a paladin. That's my favorite
Man,
part.
you're always a paladin in
Dude,
everything we play.
I'm a paladin in real life. I don't know if I've
You
ever
know,
told you that.
you know what you're not a paladin in?
What?
Valheim. But we'll get to
What do
that
you
later.
mean?
We'll get to that later.
I can be.
We're gonna talk about Valheim a little bit later.
Oh, there's Valheim on this list, isn't there?
There is.
Um, yeah, I judging by the way they're writing it, it seems to be really campy. So it seems like the people that are writing this are the people at Hasbro who have the spirit of D&D and currently control it. So I really think that there's been a lot of consultation from Wizards of the Coast and their D&D department because it looks D&D from top to bottom. They had the Black Dragon spitting acid, not fire. That's D&D. They had the
Yeah.
Mimic, the Tiefling Druid. Oh my god, she was so cool.
Yeah.
Now, I want to mention though, you probably don't know this, but druids can't shapeshift into an owlbear. That's
Really?
that's technically
That's natural?
that's technically not in the rule set because druids can only shapeshift into beasts and owlbears are considered monstrosities.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It's a rude thing to say about an owlbear in this day and age, but you know, you can't have like a you can't smash two things together and say, oh yeah, this is a natural beast. It's not. They were born in a
No.
way. They were born in an unnatural way originally.
Someone was playing a little bit too much God Simulator and they chimeraed an owl and a bear together
Yeah. So in that
and
anything that's alchemically combined is considered monstrosity,
yes,
technically.
or aberration
Uh,
occasionally.
yeah, yeah. Um,
But it's very I did like that. There
do
were a lot of things I really liked.
do you
Just
know?
even
I'm sorry. Keep going.
just even as someone who does not know much. Well, actually, I can't say that because I do know not extensive amounts, but copious amounts of D&D knowledge.
Hmm.
Um, I really, really enjoyed like the weapon enchants and how they looked.
Hmm.
That pretty much sold me
Yeah,
instantly.
yeah. That like they did a great job of showing like what magic looks like, which is
Yes,
important and something that couldn't really be done with the past D&D movies because they just didn't have the budget or the CGI tech.
right.
So now is the time for a true D&D movie to come out. So, do you know what kind of monsters are aberrations? How many aberrations do you know of?
So I can't go into. I don't have the the bestiary in front of me. I'm not
Uh,
too familiar. I haven't even played a game of
yeah,
D&D, but I've just I've scoured the wiki. I've seen the guidebook in my like
yeah,
break time at work.
yeah,
I'll sit down with one, just look at it for a couple seconds, and
yeah,
but I know that not they're more closely related to like old gods and those
yeah,
kind of darker, you
yeah,
know, kind
kinda.
of
Yeah, they're like the cosmic horror creature.
yeah.
Uh, do you know what a beholder is?
Yes, it's basically a cacodemon.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they didn't show a beholder in that trailer.
Uh,
I didn't see one.
I don't remember seeing one. We'd have to watch it again. We may do that another time.
How much you want to bet that there's a beholder in this movie?
Do you think Beauty will be in it?
Who's
Do you
Beauty?
think do you think they will name the beholder Beauty?
I don't think so. It'll probably. I don't. Well, I don't know because it looks like they're doing the Forgotten Realms, aka Faerun, but I don't
Okay.
know where it's being taken place. It could be Waterdeep, uh, or around the area. But if it is in Waterdeep, which is like the biggest, it's like the place to be. It's they call it
Yeah,
the Jewel of the North.
right.
If it's there, there could be a beholder there named Xanathar. He's already
Ooh,
there.
yeah.
So no, I don't think they'd name it Beauty. But I mean, who fucking knows, dude? They might not even be in the Forgotten Realms at all.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But
Wow, long walk for that one.
that's right. It's
Uh,
about the journey.
I think we're gonna talk a little bit more about fantasy creatures later.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um, I that's that's our top 5.
yeah,
Just to be clear, there's gonna be some good ones on there. But I am really excited about D&D right now. I know the game like
yeah.
video games haven't been really hits lately, but you just got me thinking. Is Baldur's Gate in the you know it's in the Forgotten Realms,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's another city.
So
It's like it's on the southern border with the country below the country that everybody else is in. The country below them to the south of them is Alm. Baldur's Gate is
um
like right next to Alm. That's why in Baldur's Gate 2 it's called Shadows of Alm because you go there.
oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
you go there.
Interesting. I know Baldur's Gate is a multiplayer game, is it not?
Yeah, it can be. It's got like some pretty old netcode peer-to-peer stuff, but it works pretty well. I've
Ooh,
played online with like 5 or 6 people before. The
interesting.
enhanced edition. Yeah. Oh,
Maybe
it's
that's something we could look at doing because that would be a lot of fun, I think.
yeah, for sure. I would do that. Um, which one do you want to play?
Uh, any.
BG.
Not 3.
You don't want to play BG3?
Not really, no.
What? Just you should give it time. Let it get finished and come out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can make that argument. I don't think it looks like my kind of game. I'm
Uh,
much more into 1 and 2 because I'm kind of itching for that kind of old school RPG.
you don't want to play turn-based.
I mean, I don't really mind turn-based as long as it's done right,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know. I'm just more interested in the older ones.
Okay, well, yeah. Um, I say that we play Baldur's Gate 2 because Baldur's Gate 1, well, I don't know. With multiplayer, it'll probably be pretty easy
Mhm.
because we'll be more powerful that way. But yeah, we could do B. I say we do BG 1 and 2, and if you don't want to do both, we should just do BG 2.
Okay,
It's the best one, I think.
we can absolutely do that.
Dope.
Um, so keep an eye out on
And
the YouTube channel.
we're gonna let's loop.
Incoming. We're gonna Let's Loop Baldur's Gate 2. Shadows of Loop. Man, I'm really itching to get to the top 5 now that we're, kind of on the fantasy topic.
We can.
I think it's a good segue. So,
Yeah, go. You wanna you? I can go first. You can go first.
I always go first.
Oh,
You go first.
I. It's not as if I am not ready. I'm just giving you options. Um.
Options.
So my list is a little weird. I'm trying to like pick something from each category, I guess. So
Okay.
currently, I have a celestial, I have a fiend, I have a kobold, or a kobold's one, dragonkin, and I have what was this? An undead, I think.
Okay.
Um, yeah, this one's an undead. Um, and uh, I have an aberration on my
Ooh.
list. Um, so
Yes.
number one, starting at the top, not necessarily only this type, some of the other ones above it. This is just like the base type, I think.
Okay.
The angel creatures, I wrote down Deva, but Solars and I forget what the other one's called. But there's two others that are above that. Those are all really, really cool.
Okay.
That's just kind of like my lawful good justice paladin instinct. Like I love that. Just
Gotcha.
I and they're cool because they have such powerful conviction, which
Right.
which is something that I really try to culture in my life and with my friends. I think if you believe something, you should really believe it wholeheartedly. Of course, unless there's objective evidence that it's wrong. But you know,
Right.
in terms of like philosophy, good philosophies that help people, I think you should really hold on to those and not let cynicism tear you apart. Now, I'm the most cynical person that you've probably ever met, and that's me saying that. Tieflings, that's probably my favorite playable race. I love tieflings. They are the coolest. I don't think I really need to explain why they're cool.
Okay.
If you don't understand why a tiefling is cool, watch Hellboy. That might give you a better understanding.
Haha.
Uh, have you ever seen Hellboy?
Yes.
Oh my fucking god!
It's so good. I kind of want
But
to
but but,
rewatch it now.
but Rabbit Pixie, he's not. He's a demon or a half demon in that. He's not a tiefling. It's basically a tiefling. It's pretty much the
Pretty
same
much.
thing. It's a humanoid fiend. Um,
Mhm.
Kobold from the Dragonkin category. Kobolds are the bottom tier of Dragonkin. They are the worst. They are the dirt beneath the dragon claw, the shedding dragon claw toenail that just came off. Like they are nothing, but they're so cool because they they have this freedom of like they you could play an intelligent one, but in general, they're kind of like everything they see is new. You know, they don't live long, so they have this freedom of this childlike wonder. And I think that is a lot of fun to get into, and that's a playable race too. Didn't used to be, but it is now. Uh, Number four is the Night Walker. It is probably the most terrifying undead creature that's ever been created, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
If you don't know what that is, it's like it's kind of like the Slender Man myth, but more malignant. Have you ever seen um have you ever seen the Hannibal TV series?
No, I have not.
Okay, well then that won't help you, but it's like this large um it's a tall, dark figure that it has hooves, long claws, and like it kind of has a misty, goopy sort of um, thing rolling off its back. Like it's not all the way there. It's almost like it's a shadow that's taking way too much space in the material plane. It's got some horns and some nasty, uh, scary blue eyes. But it's basically just like, it's what you would imagine like a torment demon to be, something that just follows you and feeds off of your negativity. That's what the Nightwalker is, and it's pretty spooky.
Wow.
And if you want to Google image a photo of it, it's a scary looking motherfucker. And from the aberration category, I'm gonna go with the gibbering mouther
Oh
because
yeah.
nothing fucks with a low level party better than a couple of gibbering mouthers. They're amazing.
Yes. Good list. Do you want to give any shout outs after runner ups maybe?
Like uh like honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Uh we can do it after your list.
Okay,
Let's hear
sounds
your
good.
list.
So number one, dragon, obviously. Dragons are
Obviously,
my bread and
specifically the
butter.
black dragon, right?
Well, I mean, I like all dragons, but I do prefer the black dragons, yeah. I think especially in like Warcraft lore, they're just they have so much potential right now. I'm very excited.
Hmm.
Um Number 2. This is okay, so this is going to be a discussion because I have to defend this.
Okay.
So, number 2 is the Kultiran Druid cat form.
Okay.
But I want to point out that earlier you said playable race. We didn't specify that they couldn't be playable. And I would
I don't
say
remember saying playable.
you
It
you
doesn't
picked
have to be
Kobold.
playable.
You p- you picked Kobold. You said they weren't playable, but they are now.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't used to be.
Right. Same goes for the boats of Kultiran Druids. We didn't know they were druids.
Yeah, no, I support the Kultiran Druid for sure.
You just
I
don't support their cat form.
I don't like it. It's
I like
okay. I mean, it's cool. I get it. Like it's like made out of the witchwood wicker or whatever they have in that. What is that zone called?
Drustvar.
Drustvar. Yeah. Like it goes with that aesthetic, and that aesthetic's cool. I feel like they could have come up with something a little cooler for the Kultirans.
I mean, I
But
really like the idea of cat skull wicker monster, you
it
know?
is cool. It looks like a saber tooth a little bit. I like the shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bear is good too, but I much prefer feral druid fantasy
Hmm.
than guardian bear, you know? So that's my
Guardian bear.
bias. Yeah, guardian bear, dude.
Yeah. They made that a thing, Guardian. That's a talent
Uh,
tree now.
yeah. Number 3, I have Shade. Like just a regular old fucking, spooky ass super ghost.
Yeah. You know, my favorite depiction of a shade is the one, and I'm gonna preface this with I hate this book series, but the one from Aragon.
Oh.
Have you read that book?
Uh, no, actually, but I am familiar with it.
There is a shade in that book. I
I
thought
have
he
to read
was
it.
really cool.
I have to
Um,
read it.
if you like shades, that'll
And
be
dragons.
yeah. There are dragons, yeah.
Yeah, I think the only reason I didn't read that book is because someone always had it from the school library.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. It was very popular back then.
But yeah, my favorite depiction of a shade is kind of like the old school RuneScape version.
Of course.
You know,
Of
you're
course.
doing you're in Mauritania. You're getting your mushrooms. Here comes the shade. What a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But I've also been thinking of like a character who's a shade, like a playable character, but you don't know he's a shade. You just think he's a black knight, you know,
Ooh,
who hides his identity.
spooky.
But
Is,
yeah,
is that your D&D character?
it's just one I'm kind of thinking up. It's
Okay.
in the works, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's looking to be cool.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Uh so number 4, I have to have vampires on the list.
Yeah, those are a classic.
Class acts all the way around. I love what we do in the shadows.
Oh, those kind of vampires. You got you got three types these days. You got the Anne Rice type, you got the Twilight type, and then you got those guys.
Those guys. And number 5, I have Luxray, the Pokemon.
I knew you were gonna pick a fucking Pokemon. I knew
That's
you
right.
would. I was thinking about picking a Pokemon. I was like, eh. I knew you fucking would.
Of course, dude.
Is
I
Luxray
was think. Go ahead.
Luxray's your favorite Pokemon?
Yes, Luxray is my favorite Pokemon. Shinx would be my starter if I could choose my starter.
Okay.
I just man, I don't know what it is. I just really like that Pokemon.
Yeah,
Like
that counts, I
Lion,
think.
yeah, it's a Thunder Lion, you
Is
know?
Pokemon sci-fi or fantasy?
Both.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it lives in its own pocket
It kind of does because
because it has
there
pocket monsters.
there's also aliens,
Yeah,
literally
fucking
Clefairy,
laugh.
Beheeyem, you
Yeah, there
know.
are aliens. Yeah. There are
Um,
gods too, so that lines up with the
yeah,
fantasy part.
right. Um, you've got technology-based Pokemon like Porygon.
Hmm.
You've got Magnemite.
Okay.
Is Magnemite naturally formed?
Dude, I don't fucking know. Yes. If you want it to be, it is.
If you want it to
It's
be.
fucking Pokemon.
It's fantasy.
And Pokemon's one of those that's it's so headcanon that you could just make shit up, you know?
True.
It's not as bad as Sonic, but it's pretty fucking bad.
True. But yeah, I that's my list.
Wow. Great list.
I really took some time to think about it. So do you have any honorable mentions?
I do, I do. I'm partial to the Beholder.
Yeah.
I'll never forget playing Dark Alliance, which is a Baldur's Gate spin-off. It's like a hack and slash on
Mhm.
PS2 with my mom and my little brother. We would take turns playing. There were three characters, so we would load in our characters into different save files as we would rotate through the game because you could only play two players at once, but there were three choosable characters. He was the dwarf, I was the archer, she was the sorceress. And the first major boss at the end of Act 1 is a beholder, and we went in there and we were so scared when we saw that thing, and we fought to the end, and it was such a satisfying experience to beat that thing.
Man, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. It was one of those rare moments where you go into the boss fight not knowing anything that's going to happen. You somehow pull it out of your ass and beat it on the first try.
Yeah.
I think that's what gaming exists for, is that moment right there.
I've gotten so many of those moments playing Elden Ring and Dark Souls, those kind of
Yeah.
games. I
Oh
love
yeah.
that.
When you beat
That's
a
the reason.
when you beat a Dark Souls boss first try, that's like God gamer.
You feel like a god gamer at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
It might not last long, but you get that dopamine rush, you know?
Mhm.
Speaking of dopamine rushes, shoutouts to Ascension, of Project Ascension. You're
Holy
getting
shit.
constant dopamine rushes there.
Oh my god.
Not to say that's a good thing, just saying that that is a thing.
So, uh, do you want to do any honorable mentions? I can't think of any more.
Yeah, I do. I've got a couple. So I really like liches. Liches are awesome.
Oh yeah, liches are cool.
Man, shoutouts to liches.
What's cool about liches is you don't necessarily have to be evil. You just have to kind of want to live forever.
Right, and
Like,
commit some dark deeds to do it.
yeah, it's it's that it's immortality for a nickel, you know?
Right. All you need is a
Whereas
phylactery.
why ascend to godhood when you can just do a little bit of sacrificing, give up your soul, and live forever? Who cares if your skin rots off?
You're a lich. Make your own new skin.
Yeah.
Man, liches, one of my
You know,
favorite genders.
liches get all the bitches.
My, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Man,
Okay.
so another honorable mention that I think we gotta throw on there is werewolf.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
If you got vampires,
I'm
you gotta throw in
noticing I'm
werewolves.
noticing a lot of horror. Have you been on a
Yeah,
horror kick lately?
I have
Me
actually.
too.
I haven't really noticed it until this moment, but I guess so.
I think is it because we'd rather face the horrors in movies than the horrors that are in real life?
Yes.
Freddy Krueger's not real, he can't hurt you. But being
Fred
ground
Krueger.
under the heel of capitalism sure can.
Speaking of under the heel of capitalism, did you hear Amazon's going into healthcare? That is terrifying.
I don't like it. I
That
don't
is
like it.
very scary.
Not a fan of that one.
You
What?
want your subscription to
It,
oxygen?
yeah, for real. I, I feel like there's gonna be some of that CRISPR DNA stuff being peddled. Because why isn't it sold on the mass market already?
Yeah, if it can do the things that it does, and it's
Yeah.
proven to do time and time again,
So
wouldn't that be like one of the goals?
yeah, even if it's like experimental, you know, somebody's using it already. It's already being used. So
Yeah, I
I
mean,
I don't know. I feel like uh I feel like that's gonna be super scary. Um, I mean, if you have to have a medication, you have to have a Prime membership. If you want your inhaler, you got to keep your,
mhm,
get your inhaler. Obviously, they can't tie it to that totally, but you get your inhaler shipped to you for less money. But
right.
I mean, I guess is it really any different than Walmart having a pharmacy?
I mean,
Like, what kind of
I don't
healthcare are we
know.
talking about?
Walmart doesn't dabble into as many different industries it can, though.
Are we talking about just pharmaceuticals, or are they like gonna buy up doctors' offices,
Well,
have
I actually
minute
saw an
clinics?
article where they actually did buy like $2 billion worth of minute clinics and stuff like that
What the
recently.
fuck? Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like that. That's a little spooky.
don't forget to take your prime pellets, kids, or Jeff's gonna come spank you.
Yeah, yeah, I don't like it. That Jeff is he's lost his mind. I think Then again, he might not have made this call.
Mm, that's hard to
Um,
say. He might have been a part of it in the deciding factor if to go through with it,
he like
but
retired as CEO, right?
yeah, he's no
Yeah,
longer the
somebody else is
CEO.
doing it. He built a yacht in this like channel or whatever in France or something. I don't remember. And
Mm.
he built it too high, and the city was like, you can't build it that high. It won't get out from under the bridge. And he was like, okay. And then he built it that way anyway. And now he was asking them to dismantle the bridge or something. I don't know how
Yeah.
much of that's true, but I believe this. Whatever.
Oh, I believe it wholeheartedly.
Get in your
Um,
get in your spaceship and airlift it out.
yeah. Why can't you just airlift it out?
Yeah, why make someone else destroy a bridge, a historical bridge as well?
Yeah, it's for you just because you have money.
And you were warned. You were
Yeah,
warned.
I don't like it. Stop bending over
Man.
backwards for these people. Man,
Yeah, I watched Spirited Away uh recently, and when No Face is giving the gold to everybody, and everyone's like, oh, he's got gold, and then Sen is like, no, I don't need it. Thank you though. I don't need it. Be like Sen. You
right?
don't need it. You can turn away.
How,
Start
how did that Sublime song go? Take all your money and give it to charity?
give it away charity. Is that Sublime?
Yeah,
I thought
it's
that was
what
like
I
Beck or
got.
something.
That's in what I got.
Oh, okay.
The Saints Row 3 song.
Yeah, yeah. I just thought it was by a different artist.
Yeah. What a good
That
song.
is a
What a
good
good
song.
game.
Um, so can we talk
So,
about dragons again?
dragons. I always want to talk about dragons.
Dragonflight Alpha is
That
out.
it is out.
They
It's
revealed
looking
some
good.
they revealed some profession information, profession gear. Um, it looks like they're trying to make new ways to play the game.
Hmm. That's good.
So, what have we done so far in World of Warcraft since day one? Fight
Okay.
and kill, fight and kill, fight and kill. The whole game is
Oh,
fighting and killing, and it does it really well. But WildStar did something where you could be there's still combat, but you could choose to be an explorer instead, and you
mm,
got your levels up, your experience from going to different places.
interesting.
Yeah, and you could be like a town hub thing where you just focus on building the hubs up. There were buildable hubs, and there was a fighter one where you just go and you fight things. Um, and there was a profession one as well. So there were like four different paths, I think. I would like to see that in WoW.
Yeah, I really like that. That's very impressive. I
Having an uninhibited exploration mode, having a profession mode, and having a kill mode, I think is will be beneficial, in my opinion.
I agree. I also think they should open up. I mean, it's definitely possible to like have a kind of a monopoly in World of Warcraft on something.
Hmm.
You see it all the time in small servers. But I really want them to open up the economy and like
Yeah,
remove soulbind or not soulbind, but soulbound equipment. Well, no, or at
yeah,
least at,
completely.
maybe not completely, but there needs to be more trading the gear, selling the gear after you
Hmm.
upgrade it, because who likes disenchanting the chests that they've had for the last 2 weeks? You know?
Yeah, and that's only if you're an enchanter,
Yeah,
you know?
if you take this 50 gold for it, peasant.
Yeah, and another thing that's a huge problem is that monopoly thing has been happening since Wrath of the Lich King. There's certain markets that are just inaccessible to people because a few hardcore guys grinded millions of gold in BC and vanilla,
Oh, dude, do you know about the Devil Sword Mafia?
Uh,
That was in Classic.
I feel like I've heard that.
So in Ungoro Crater back in vanilla, not even Classic, actually, it was just straight up vanilla. There were people who would camp the Devil Swords for the Devil Sword leather because that's what made the best in slot like hunter gear, you know?
Uh-huh.
Um, so there was this group of people called the Devil Sword Mafia, and if they caught you killing Devil Swords without paying them, they would just come gank you over and
Wow.
over again.
They just log onto their alliance character or horde character and just kill you.
Yeah,
That is
that's
This is what I love about online gaming.
right.
This kind of stuff can exist, but that is fucked up.
It is a little stupid, but
That's
yeah.
probably why phasing became a thing,
Prob-
was mob
I like
camping.
phasing, but man, sharding should probably go away.
Yeah.
I don't like sharding. I like seeing, a lot of different people in the city with me, you know? That's one
Yeah.
thing I really like about Ascension.
Yeah. S-
Um,
I mean, all that aside, you know, I think Dragonflight looks pretty good. I hope it needs to be opened up. They need to really just crack it open
yeah.
and just,
You see a limitation, ask yourself, does it need to be there?
yeah, Sandbox is the direction, I think.
Hmm.
Would you
I
play,
agree.
would you play a World of Warcraft Battle Royale?
You mean like a BG that's a battle royale?
Yeah, where it's like you have a party of five
Mhm.
people and you go and there's 10, 20 other parties of five people, or I don't know how many numbers, like Fortnite but World of Warcraft.
So how would that work? Do you drop down with like green starting gear and then
No,
you loot chests to get like purples and
no,
legendaries
no,
and
you
stuff?
go in with your gear. It's a BG but Battle Royale style where you get in with your party.
It's
You can find upgrades, like you can get buffs,
hmm.
you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think that'd
Okay.
be cool. I'll track Valley, but it's not just two different teams. It's
Hmm.
like this team and this team and this team and this team and this team. Or
Okay.
you can go
I
in
like the
solo.
idea. I
Everybody's an
like the
enemy.
idea. That's scary. That is very scary.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
should feature respawning though. Just until
Perhaps.
like the first team has like 30 kills or something.
Well, maybe it's like you win by getting a certain amount of resource or something
That's
like that.
that's good too. I like that.
Or, okay, it's time limit. Whoever has covered the most and controlled the most territory by the like Splatoon by the end of the time limit is the winner.
I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah. Warcraft, Splatoon, Battle Royale.
Hmm.
But pay me to be here.
Pay me
Blizzard.
to be here.
Blizzard Entertainment.
So we did say we were going to talk about Valheim earlier.
Yeah, I guess we can.
Man, calling all Vikings. If you want to play Valheim with us, we are searching for strong, able-bodied warriors.
We want to go to Valhalla together.
We
So,
are building a mead hall, and you are invited.
we have a really unironically impressive base.
Hmm.
Our base is so cool. We have an outer stake wall that just keeps everything out. We have an inner sort of fortress, which is probably going to get expanded and reinforced. And we have a grove where we plant trees that we then later farm, so we don't have to keep venturing out to find more trees for wood.
It's so fun.
Where it's pretty good, and
We are so good at hunting now. It is incredible.
it's a fun game. If I was playing it solo, I might not stop. It's
Yeah,
it's really really good. I mean,
that's
There's
Go
always the
ahead.
next thing to do.
Yeah, there everything you do serves a purpose to like
Yeah.
strut you along forward too. Anything you find is going to help you in some way.
And the building is way better than Minecraft.
Oh yeah, dude.
Or
Being able to like use your scroll wheel to like change the angle in like 26 degrees, that is
yeah,
so good.
it's probably the best building I've seen in a video game.
Hmm.
Um, and I think that's significant because in Minecraft, you need a shelter, you just spin around in a circle and throw down some dirt blocks, and you're good.
Hmm.
In this game, you actually have to like plan your structure. So,
Right. Like so we were taking on the first boss, Eikthyr, and I
yeah,
was like, "Hold on. Wait a minute. We've got the tools. Why don't we just make a boss arena here?"
yeah,
And so we did exactly that, and just by the miracle of God, he got stuck inside like a really small hole,
yeah,
and
right
he
in the
just was
middle.
not able to do anything. It was incredible.
Yeah, we cheesed him.
We
But
didn't
hey,
mean to.
I mean that's the thing is like it rewards you for being intelligent and patient and making a plan.
Yeah.
Like we make a plan, and we do this in WoW a lot. In pretty much any game we play, we go with a plan, and we go in, we do the plan, we leave. You
Hmm.
know, we're like a strike force. We're
Exactly.
we're we're in and out, and we're gone.
There is no leaving behind,
We're
you
like a
know.
fuck boy, in, out, gone.
More
I
like your daddy.
Oh no! Cut that!
Oh,
Cut that! Cut that! Cut that! Cut that! Hey, can we post? Can we cut that?
hey, Jerry, cut it right there. Just that little bit. Thanks. All
Yeah,
right.
Valheim is such a good game, and I wonder what it would be like to have a community of 10 players.
It would be so much fun.
When I heard that there's only 10 players, I was like, that's disappointing.
Yeah, because
This
you
g-
want more.
this game it should be an MMO.
It would be the perfect MMO.
Like you don't have to like make it an RPG or give it any kind of progression or boss like you don't have to do any of that. You just put 400 or 500 people in the world and let them build society.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
I would love that.
Do you
You
think
just give them the tools.
and imagine what PvP servers would be like.
Oh, dude, you'd spawn into the world, and then
Dude.
there'd be a recruiter from like 10 different factions at spawn just waiting for you.
Come join Ike Thier's egg Eggmans.
Eggmans.
Come over to Ike Thier's stag party. We're here for you. I don't know who
And
the second boss
you're
is.
new.
Is the second boss a skeleton?
I don't know.
That's the farthest we've been.
I think the second boss is actually like kind of like a Slenderman slime monster.
Oh, I don't want that.
It's pretty weird
I don't
looking.
want to fight a slime.
It
Oh,
might be a Trant.
another honorable mention. For D&D Fantasy Monster slime, specifically black puddings. Those are awesome. If you haven't used a black pudding, DMs, use a black pudding.
Black pudding.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to Black Pudding, the opposite of a ditto.
Yeah, you almost said dildo.
I almost
Why did you almost say that? What?
it's just so close. What do you mean? It's just right there.
I'm close.
Oh, I hope not.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
We,
happen.
there is another game that we started recently that is kind of fantasy in a way.
I guess.
It's
Yeah.
Remnant from the Ashes.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. If you haven't
Yeah.
heard of it, it's Dark Souls with guns.
Yeah, it's fun. And like we went in that first boss. The power creep is a little tilted because we're fighting all these mooks and they're easy, piss
Hmm.
easy, and we go in to fight that fucking boss, and he mopped the floor with us the first time.
The first time, yeah.
And I didn't like that because it didn't feel like the prior enemies were training us or teaching us how to beat him. And then after we fight him, we go out to the next area, and then there's a mini version of him that we have to fight that's just a regular. He's not a boss monster. It's like, why didn't we fight one or two of those before him so
Right.
we could learn it? So that part kind of miffed me a little bit because we just couldn't do anything. We had no idea what to do. But it is a fun game.
Yeah. There.
Don't
Another thing about
underestimate the
that.
bosses.
Another thing about that that felt really cheap was that they just constantly threw little exploding enemies at you.
Hmm.
Just little kamikaze fuckers. I hate those things.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is a good game. Everything about it looks good. The animations are really solid. The gunplay feels good.
Oh yeah.
Uh, not
One of the
much more to
best.
say. Yeah, it's really solid for a third-person shooter. Um,
I like the
there's
survival horror elements.
it does have those.
Yeah.
The main enemies are really nice. The root. I like the idea of like a plant-based demon, you know,
Ooh, yeah.
that's not Stranger Things.
What if what if nature turned against you?
Yeah. What if we just pissed nature off too much?
Mother Gaia is coming for your soul.
Mm. Mother Mary.
What?
Man,
Oh man. Um
did you actually know that I went to a Christian school for like the first
oh really?
4 years of my education? Yeah, it was a private school.
Dish that lore, bro.
We had Bible class I think it
Oh.
was Tuesday,
Oh.
and we did read the Bible, but we'd basically just be looking at the book, and our teacher would be like, "So this is what this means," you know,
Wow.
that kind of thing. They didn't really like go into it with us or anything like that, but we were also really young at the time, and I I think they were afraid of being called, you know,
Yeah.
indoctrination or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a private Christian school. What do you expect? You know?
How long did you do that?
Uh, from kindergarten to third grade.
Okay, that's not a super long time.
No, not really, but it was really expensive, and only about half of the people, I believe, were actually real people.
Did you have any friction going back to public school?
Actually, s- that's actually a really good question because honestly, no, at first.
Really?
So after I left the private school, I went to another school that was kind of known for being pretty good. You know, it's not exactly like, the best school in town, but everyone only has good things to say about it. And I went there, and it was actually really nice. I really
Mm,
liked it. Uh, we lived close enough that I was able to walk to and from too, and I was able to make friends with my neighbors and stuff. That was awesome. Loved when I went there. But when I went to the school after that, that is when everything just fell apart because I was not prepared at all. And the school that I went to was considered one of the worst ones in town. So,
that that does suck. So going from a school that was high quality to a really low quality school was really the thing that made friction. It really wasn't about going from religion to secularism.
exactly. That is a good way to put it.
That is interesting.
The it
Wow.
the the effect that a good school has is very, very like underplayed because just speaking from, my own personal view or history with it, I
Yeah.
I would absolutely rather like drive my kid 20 minutes to a good school every day than
Hmm.
have them go to a shithole.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh.
My teacher actually like physically assaulted me once and nothing ever
Oh.
came of it.
Oh God.
Yeah. Like she pushed my head down onto my desk.
Oh, that's no good. Can't do that.
No. I told my parents and my mom acted mad, but then she never did anything either. So, you know, whatever. That is what that is.
That's generational difference, you
Yeah.
know. Uh, yeah, because you that happened to you once. How many
Hmm.
fucking times you think it happened to them? They're probably just like lucky, you know.
Right?
So,
Yeah, I
it,
grew up in the era where we could not be spanked by our teachers.
yeah, me too. I think they just gotten away done away with that when I started school.
Yeah. Man, I'm really glad we don't live in those times.
Yeah, me too.
Things like things aren't great right now, but the times we live in are much better.
Uh, we're we're in a transformational time, and normally when that
Yeah.
happens, things start getting a little crazy.
Hmm.
But if you just work hard, be positive, maybe you won't die.
Maybe. Well, if you got any last questions or anything you want to
Is it my
throw out
turn?
there? I think it is your turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do want to talk about one more thing.
All
Why is this
right.
show called Into the Loop?